3 minutes, contestants. How you feeling?
Good.
Good. Welcome back to SUU Fact or Fiction, the SUU game show where SUU students try to find the truth hidden in the lies and the lies hidden in the truth. I'm here with two lovely contestants today, Christian and Cormac, and why don't we hear some more about them? Cormac, why don't you introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure, yeah, my name's Cormac Bone. I'm a communication major, emphasis in media. I just picked up a theater minor, and so that's been pretty fun. I work at the radio station here on campus.
And what made you want to come on the show today?
I don't know, just helping a friend out. Sounds like a good time.
All right, good times. And Christian, what about you?
I'm a business major. I'm a freshman here, and I'm on the men's lacrosse team. So,
How are you feeling about your SUU experience so far?
I love it.
That's great. That's great to hear. Yeah. And what made you come on the show?
Just helping a friend out too. So
That's great. Always good to have people helping friends out, and good to have contestants here on the show. And of course, we cannot forget our lovely point keeper, Miss Elena Herrera. She will be keeping score for us today as we play our game. Speaking of the game, let's get into the rules. Rules of the game. All right, so here are the rules of Fact or Fiction. There are 3 sections. Each section has 3 rounds. Each section has a slightly different goal. Sometimes you're trying to find the truth, and other times you're trying to find the lies. The goal of the section will be announced at the top of the section. At the start of each round, the stories will be read. After the stories, you will have 20 seconds to figure out which stories are true, which stories are false, and if you think you have the correct answer, you may slap the desk. If you get it correct, Elena will give you a point. If you get it wrong, I will pass the opportunity to your fellow contestant to attempt to steal the point. If both of you get it wrong, neither one of you gets the point. And we will get into the rules of the minigame when we revive to the minigame, and we will get into round 1 after the break.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Hello, welcome back to SUU Fact or Fiction. Let's get into section 1 of our game. The point of section 1 is to find the fiction. So you're looking for the fake stories hidden in true stories submitted by students. So let's get into round 1. Is the answer to round 1 A, a student went into the testing center while it was pretty empty. She sat down with no one else at the desk for a written test. When another student came in and got seated right in front of her, it was her ex. She failed the test because she was overthinking the entire time. B, one time, a student in the dorms was attempting to use the oven, but they used wax paper instead of parchment paper and accidentally started a fire. Or is it C? A student was eating Chick-fil-A when 3 boys ran up to them and said they would give her $10 if they could have the rest of her french fries. She told them sure, and later discovered it was a fake $10 bill. Contestants, what do you think it is? Cormac?
I think it's C. I don't know if there's anybody here at SU who's savvy enough to counterfeit money.
I'm sorry, Cormac. That's the wrong answer. Christian, do you think you could steal this point?
I believe I can. It's A.
Can you explain your reasoning here?
Just seems somebody wrote that.
Okay, fair enough. Can you please reveal the correct answer? Both of you are wrong. I'm sorry, neither one of you gets the point. The fake story that I made up was B. Let's get into round 2 and see if I can trick you again. Round 2. Is the fake story A, a student was late to class but unable to sit down because a frog had stolen their usual seat? B, a student went to the bathroom in the student center and found an octopus in the toilet? Or is it C, a student was walking out of class when someone rollerbladed past them wearing a 70s afro wig and a Hulk costume? It was not Halloween. Lots of animals featured in these stories. What do you think the fake story is?
It's got to go to B.
Can you explain your reasoning?
Who puts the octopus in the toilet?
I don't know, but you're wrong.
Dang.
This was a true story submitted by a student. Cormac, do you think you can steal this point?
I'm going to try. I thought it was B as well, but then I was like, well, what if it was like a plush octopus, right? What if we're not getting all the details?
You know, we might not be.
I'm going to go with C. I think it has a little too many details to it, and it sounds a little too sitcom-like.
Well, let's go ahead and reveal the correct answer.
Oh my god.
It was A. So continuing on, neither one of you gets the point. Let's see if we can get a point out of you guys on round 3. Moving into round 3. Is the fake story A, a female student was approached by a male student and was asked what her bra size was for a class project? A very inappropriate move to make, if I do say so myself. Is it B, a student was once serenaded about birds by a shirtless, shoeless, overall wearing man in a captain's hat? Or C, a student put tinfoil in one of the microwaves in the student center, realized, took it out, only to accidentally do it again 5 seconds later? Contestants, what do you think it is?
It's B.
Explain your reasoning.
I don't know.
Okay, we've just decided it is B. I hate to say it, I'm pretty sure, is he wrong? Well, why don't we get our other answer?
Chance to steal?
Chance to steal.
Actually, B, I know is real. I know that guy. He's a pretty groovy dude.
Okay.
He
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure B is incorrect.
Club. He's a pretty groovy guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with A. Although I realize there are horrible people. I'm gonna hope and pray that A is the lie.
I hate to break it to you guys, but I'm pretty sure no one has gotten a point in the first section of our game. So let's hope you guys do better after the break and we get into round 2.
Tricky.
Hey, did you buy something from some gaming site?
What do you mean?
Yeah, look, there's a bunch of different charges on here.
Do you think someone stole our credit card information?
I don't know. That site sounds familiar, though.
Yeah, isn't that the site that Billy's on all the time?
You don't think.
Billy? Stop and think before you connect. Playing online is serious business. Visit dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect for tips on how to be safe online.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hi, welcome back to SU Fact or Fiction. Let's get into section 2 of our game. Now, the goal of section 2, we're switching it up a little bit. In the last section, the questions were trying to find the fake. You were finding the fake story, the fiction. Now we're looking for the facts. We have here 2 stories that I have written myself in an attempt to trick you, and 1 true story written by a student. So your goal is to find the truth. Let's get into round 4. Is the correct answer A, a student brought their emotional support cat to class and it scratched a different student who was allergic to cats? B, one group of students took a registration poster off of one of the A-frames on campus because it was a picture of their friend. They hung it up in their apartment until it was stolen by a member of Chi Phi. Or C, a group of students who had mono decided to knowingly participate in true T-Bird night. What do we think is the true story here, contestants?
It's C. That's true.
You think that's true?
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, you're wrong. Cormac, do you think he can steal his point?
I'm going to give it a go. I thought it was C as well. The poster sounds like SEU shenanigans. I don't know, and I really hope A isn't true because that'd be life-threatening, or it could be at least. Cat allergies are a serious thing. Ask my older brother. I'm going to go with B. A group of students to put registration.
Ding, 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 contestants! We have our first point of the game. Elena, can you please give a point to Cormac? And now that we have points on the line, I think it's only proper that you know our prize. Elena, can you please present the invisible trophy? All right, folks, this is what we're competing for. So you got to step up your game, Christian, if you want this invisible trophy. Let's get into round 5. Round 5. Is the true story A, a student once witnessed her classmate take his shoes off and perch his bare feet on his desk in the middle of class? B, a student skipped all of their classes one day because they drank 10 gallons of eggnog before? Or C, a group of male students went around trying to pick up female students asking if they had ever held the priesthood? Classic Mormon pickup line if you know any Mormons.
Yeah.
What are we feeling?
I think A is the true story. It sounds like there's enough dudes on campus who would be that weird.
I think you're right. Cormac, you get another point.
Damn.
Christian, you gotta step this up. All right, let's give Cormac another point, and let's get into round 6. Is the true story A, during finals week, a student pulled so many all-nighters that they passed out during their last exam? B, a student got in an argument with another student for blaming a random student for not being a team player? Or C, a student managed to tie themselves up in their own slackline and had to be freed by a professor who was walking nearby? What are we feeling, contestants? Christian?
I'm going with C. It has to be C.
It has to be C. I'm sorry, Christian. That is a fake story that I made up.
Seemed too real.
I know.
B sounds real to me. I think A is like a fear that we all have, but I don't know if it's truly possible. I'm gonna go with B.
Cormac, you are correct. That is our
locked
third
in.
point of the game.
Locked in this round.
Let's see if Christian can make his way back up after the break. Welcome back to SU Fact or Fiction. I know that right now it looks like Cormac is going to steal this game. However, Christian still has a very real shot, and part of that is because of our mini game. So here on the show, we like to make things a little extra competitive, especially if we have a clear winner through the first 2 sections. So we have a fun little mini game. I've been trying to trick you this whole time, but now it is time for you two to trick each other. So here's how this will work. You two are going to play 2 truths and a lie. And if one of you guesses the lie correctly and happens to fool their contestant, that person will get 5 points. However, if you both guess each other's lies, neither of you gets the point. And if you both fool each other, then again, neither one of you gets the point. So there's a lot of points on the line here. There's an invisible trophy on the line here. And you know what, Cormac? I'm going to have you go first.
Because I'm ahead?
Yep.
All right, Christian. So how about we go with, I did musical theater in high school. Before doing musical theater, I was a soccer player. And I only have sisters.
You only have sisters is false.
Is that correct? Did he get you?
Yeah,
he
got
got
me.
you.
I only have brothers, actually.
Well, I have great news for you, Christian.
Here's your chance.
This is your shot. If you can fool Cormac, you will get 5 points and jump right into the lead as we head into section 3.
Okay. All right. I hate dogs. I have a Norwegian citizenship. I had a pet hedgehog. Which one's the lie?
I mean, I hope it's that you hate dogs. That's going to be my answer.
That's the lie.
Oh, man.
Oh, what a tragic shame. Neither one of our contestants is going to get these points. I'm sorry, Christian. I really did try to help you out here. But you know what? You can still tie Cormac and split the invisible trophy. So let's get into section 3. Oh, yeah. So the goal of section 3, we're taking it back to round 1, and we're trying to find the fiction. We're looking for the fake stories. We're looking for the ones I made up in the true stories. And let's get into round 7. Is the fake story A, 5 students decided to take a snake for a joyride around Cedar City? B, one time in front of the entire class, a professor asked a student why they never turned in their homework, and the student said their roommate's dog ate it. All homework was turned in on Canvas. Or is it C, a student stole a dark chocolate muffin from a student from the student convenience store? Cormac, what's your answer?
I think A is a fake story. The logistics of how to ride a snake, you know.
They weren't riding the snake. They took the snake with them
Oh,
in the car. So
embarrassing
does
for
that
me.
maybe change your
No,
answer?
I've dug my grave. I'll sit in it.
Sounds good. Christian, would you like to steal this point?
Yeah. Fake answer is B. Or I'm just choosing B.
B is right. That's your first point, Christian. Can we give Christian a round of applause? All right, let's get into round 8. Round 8. Let's get into round 8. Is the fake story A, one time at the Scream, a student passed out in the mosh pit? B, a student started watching a film on their phone while they were in class? Or C, a few students decided to host a milk mile, and one of them threw up on the SUU track? What are we feeling as our fake story here?
I'm going to say B is fake.
You're going to say B is fake.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we all have the possibility to do that, but I don't know if you can get away with watching the movie. So I think maybe you'll watch YouTube in class. Maybe you're trying to trick us with a small detail change. I don't know.
Okay. Christian, I don't actually remember what the correct answer is to this, so would you like to go ahead and throw your hat in the ring on one of the other answers, and we'll see which one of the two you gets it?
I'm pretty sure somebody did pass out at Scream. I think that I'm gonna have to go with C.
Okay. Can we get our correct answer revealed, please? The correct answer was A. Very sorry. Yeah. No, I do think that is a real possibility, but to my knowledge, it has not happened.
Really?
So that is a fake story that I've made up. The Milk Mile story was actually a very good time. This was back when I had some friends on the SU track team, and one night everybody decided to sneak over, and I actually was not a part of this, but I did hear about it, and I do know that one of them did throw up on the track because they decided to chug a gallon of milk and then run a mile. So you get what you pay for, I guess.
Fair enough.
Okay, let's head into round 9. We could close this gap a little bit. We can make your loss not so harsh.
Okay. Okay.
I believe in you, Christian. Or we could double or nothing.
I'll double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
I'm taking
Okay.
the dub.
Let's do it. Let's say this is worth 3 points. It's a guaranteed win. Whoever gets this. All right. Is the fake story A, one time a group of students brought pillows to a basketball game and had a pillow fight in the student section? Is the fake story B, A few students decided to spend the night on Upper Quad. One of the campus officers came up to investigate them and ended up spending the night chilling with them instead. Or is it C, a student broke his laptop when he tripped outside of the soda nerd inside the Gerald inside the library.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, yeah.
Gerald R. Sherrod Library.
Yes, the Jared R. Sherrod Library. Christian?
Fiction is A.
Fiction is A.
Yes.
You're correct.
Ooh.
The fiction was A, which means in a last-minute twist, it appears that the winner of our game is Christian. Christian, you win the invisible trophy. Thank you.
Oh.
Here you go.
Perfect. Oh. Jealous. I wanted it on my shelf.
Well, after the break, we're going to have a little interview where we're going to talk back about the show with our contestants, and we're going to talk about what you're going to do with this invisible trophy. So we will see you after the break.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hi, welcome back to SUU Fact or Fiction. As announced prior to the break, the winner of our game today is Christian. Please hold up the invisible trophy, Christian. Yes, but that does not mean the show is over. Here at SUU Fact or Fiction, we like to get to know our contestants after the game. Christian, what do you think you're going to be doing with that invisible trophy?
Man, I don't know. Maybe sell it on eBay?
And how much do you think it'll go for?
Like $2?
You know what? That's $2 you wouldn't have had before. Cormac, how are you feeling?
Dude, honestly, pretty bummed. I was killing it, and after section 2, I was 3-0, and then totally flopped at the end.
Totally flopped at the end there. I mean, yeah, we did make that last question worth. We made it worth something. We wanted the game to feel competitive at the end.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, one of our favorite parts of the talk back is to talk about what stories you guys thought were going to be true and turned out to be fake. That's always shocking. What about you? What was the one that stuck out to you, Christian?
The ones that are supposed to be true?
Yes.
And, oh.
Well, the one that you thought was true and turned out to be fake.
I thought that somebody passed out. I really passed out in that mosh pit, seriously.
Yeah, you know, I definitely feel like it's a real possibility. It definitely could have happened, but like to my own personal knowledge, it hasn't happened. So, but hey, maybe I'm wrong, and if I am wrong, viewers, you can call us out on that in the comments. What about you, Cormac? What were you thinking was true and turned out to be fake?
You know, in all honesty, the story that really sticks in my head is the snake joyride, because I think that might be why I fell off after section 2, because I was still thinking about how logistically you would ride a snake, but then of course it's bringing the snake along with the joyride. I was just real embarrassed that was first image that came to mind. I mean, maybe I'm just too childish, but I was like, yeah.
I do love the image that there's a snake big enough for 5 full-grown SUU students to
just saddle
ride
them
around
up, you know?
on. No, this was a story of some friends of mine, actually. I have a friend who likes to go herping, is what it's called. And it's where you actually go and you find invasive species and you remove them. And like the government will pay you to do it.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so he'll go find like snakes that aren't supposed to be in our area. And so one time they went and they found a snake, and it was a harmless snake, but it's an invasive species, so it couldn't stay here. So they had to go bring it somewhere. I don't know where they bring it. But anyways, they decided to take the snake for a joyride and have some fun before they
turned her in.
Turned her in. Yeah, it was a good time. What were you thinking was a lie and then turned out to be real?
The entire testing center was completely open, and this lady goes down to sit down. Her ex goes right next to her. That is crazy.
Yeah.
But that turns out to be true.
That's totally fair. I do feel bad for that girl. That was an anonymous story submitted by a student, so I don't know the full context behind that one, but definitely I know that would be a nightmare for me, especially because my ex doesn't go here. So that would be especially unnerving to have him show up out of nowhere.
He goes to a different school. You wouldn't know him.
Yeah, no, he goes to BYU, and if he was to turn up here, I would leave.
Yeah, good thing he's your ex if he's at BYU.
I completely agree. Yeah, no, not great. Not a great relationship. What were you feeling other than the snake story?
Another story stuck out to me. I just, you know, some of them, I can't imagine how some people are getting away with the stuff that they're getting away with.
Neither can I, dude.
I think the one that was still alive, but I could believe was like hitting the professor. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh man, I mean, there are just some moments where people will just snap, and so I can see it happening. But, oof.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I remember when I was creating the show, this particular version of it, and I was looking through the student-submitted stories. The story about the octopus in the toilet, I mean, that one still gets me to the day. Like, I can't believe that's a true story. I will never be that funny to come up with something like that, and but it is my dream. That is my goal.
There must be some science building shenanigans or something. I don't know.
Absolutely. STEM majors really, they really love to. I don't know what STEM majors do. I'm a comms major, so yeah. But let's get to know you guys a little bit more. Let's go back to our mini game. Those truths. How are you a Norwegian citizen, Christian?
My grandfather was from Norway, and since he had a daughter, I'm pretty sure any son or daughter of that mother that had a Norwegian father, they gained citizenship. So my mother is a citizen of Norway as well.
Dang.
So,
Dang.
Yeah.
And have you ever actually been in Norway or no?
When I was a baby, but
got it. So
yeah.
Nothing we have recent memory of.
No, but maybe recently. I mean, maybe soon. I mean,
maybe hopefully soon. Yeah, that's super exciting.
Cool, dude. I got some Norwegian history in my family too, man.
Sick.
That's really nice. Yeah.
You know, not as recent, obviously. I'm jealous. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I wish I had some dual citizenship.
Sure.
I've never even left the country, dude.
Yeah.
Lame.
I know me personally, I don't have dual citizenship, but my mother is an immigrant from Mexico, and so like one of my big dreams after I graduate is to actually go back to Mexico, spend some quality time with my family, and get in touch with my cultural heritage. So, I mean,
cool.
I feel you, dog. What about you? So you've got all brothers. What was that like?
Yeah. Oh man, bless my poor mom. She's a champion, a trooper. Yeah, I love my mom. Shout out to Lynn Bone and Clearfield High theater teacher. But yeah, having only brothers, it's a good time, and it's a wonder how I'm able to talk to girls at all, you know. But it's interesting, especially because I'm the middle of 2 brothers, right?
Okay.
So I've got an older
yeah,
brother.
how many are there?
Yeah, I've got an older brother and a younger brother, so it's just us 3. And yeah, I mean, my older brother did gymnastics, so he was shorter because he damaged his growth plates, but he was really buffed. And so it was like one of the stories that when you ask me about my brothers, it pops into my head is like, we always would have like Saturday mornings together, and we'd like watch SpongeBob because we're boys, and we would, my older brother and I, we were better at waking up than my younger brother. So we'd sit down on our spots in the couch, and then so my older brother goes up to go to the bathroom. My younger brother comes up because he finally wakes up, sits in his spot. and I didn't, you know, recognize it really. I was too laser focused on SpongeBob. So my older brother,
as any good kid would be, yeah,
exactly,
for sure.
exactly. And then my older brother comes out and sees my younger brother. He's in his spot, and he goes, "Hey, could you get on my spot?" And as soon as my little brother said no, he was flying across the air onto the other couch, and lands onto the other couch, laughing, of course. And he's like, "Okay, can we do it again? Can we do it again?" But anyway. Yeah, I mean, lots of fighting and not so much dress up, which with my mom being a theater teacher, she was very disappointed with.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure she's thrilled about you and your career ambitions.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like, we are friends, so I do know what you're looking to do, which is mostly radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Thank you, audience, for watching. It's been great to have you all here. Thank you, Elena, for keeping our point total. And we will see you next time here at SUU Fact or Fiction.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here. But an awkward silence can be a great thing. It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay if they seem down. Doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
All G?
You all right, girl? You cool?
You bugging dog.
Just show you're there for them. Go on, Kelly. Susie Awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.